September 1st, 2006. The sun was setting over the stunning Columbia River Gorge, and I was standing on the beautiful green hillside, trying to take in what to me is the most breathtaking view I have ever seen. The butterflies in my stomach were getting bigger and bigger, and my heart was beating faster with every second that passed. I'm about to see Dave Matthews, my very favorite band, for the first time. After what seemed like an eternity, Dave walked out on stage. He clears his throat and says, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all feel good." He strums the first beat of every day, and the bright lights illuminating from the stage come on. The rest of the band is revealed, and Dave starts singing. This is the moment I have been waiting for a long time. By sharing with you my experience and knowledge about Dave Matthews, you will learn some new information about Dave Matthews and the band. Some of you might not know who Dave Matthews is. My speech today will give you more knowledge of who Dave Matthews is. Some of you might know a lot about Dave Matthews. Maybe you've experienced a life-changing weekend at the Gorge or in other areas of the country. But every experience is different, and today I will inform you of something new. I have experienced Labor Day weekend at the Gorge 4 out of the last 5 years, and I have seen him front row in Boise, Idaho, 8 months pregnant with my son. I have also researched some websites, read some articles, and watched some videos on Dave Matthews in the last 5 years. Today I'm going to inform you where Dave grew up, how he got started in the music career, and the legend he has become today. Dave Matthews was born January 9th, 1967 in Johannesburg, South Africa, to parents John and Valerie Matthews. He was the third of 4 children. His older sister Ann died in a murder-suicide on January 1st, 1994 that was committed by her husband, leaving behind 2 young children. The song Under the Table and Dreaming is dedicated to her. When Dave was 2, his family moved from Johannesburg to Yorktown Heights, New York, where his father worked at IBM. Unfortunately, 10 years later, his father, a non-smoker, died of lung cancer. This causing the family to move back to South Africa, where at 9 years old, Dave began to play the guitar. Dave graduated high school in 1986 and relocated back to New York to avoid going into the South African Army. After living in New York and working at IBM for a short time, he moved to Charlottesville, Virginia to be with his family. He began to work as a bartender at a bar called Miller's. www.biography.com, last accessed July 5th, 2011. Dave Matthews now resides in Seattle with his wife Jennifer, his twin 9-year-old girls Stella and Grace, and his 4-year-old son Oliver. We have just learned about where Dave Matthews grew up. Now we will learn about his start in the music industry. Dave was working at Miller's in 1990 when local songwriter Ross Huffman came in. He owned his own recording studio and helped Dave develop his songs. By October 1994, Dave had written his first 4 songs, Under the Table and Dreaming, The Song That Jane Likes, I'll Back You Up, and The Best of What's Around. www.antsmarching.org, last accessed July 5th, 2011. Shortly after Dave recorded his first demo, he convinced drummer Carter Beauford and sax player Leroy Moore to join him for a second demo. They were awful. Dave was surprised they ever got a second rehearsal. Shortly after, 16-year-old local prodigy Stefan Lesser joined the band, and a few weeks following that, violinist Boyd Tinsley was signed and the band was formed. Charlottesville Earth Day Festival 1991 was the first live performance by the band. That turned into local weekly club shows at the clubs, and then Dave started playing at beach houses and for fraternities around the country. In 1993, they released their first album, Remember 2 Things, which later went platinum in 2002. We have just talked about Dave Matthews and his start in the music industry. Now we will learn about the legend he has become today. Dave and the band have released 36 different albums, not including special Warehouse member albums, bonus discs, solo albums, and greatest hits. As of today, he has released 9 official studio albums and 11 different live albums, which I have to say are my favorites. In 2003, band tickets took a huge jump when Dave and Tim Reynolds, who Dave had met many years ago at Miller's Bar, started an acoustic tour around the world. This led to the Grammy Award for Gravedigger. And today, the Rolling Stones are the only other touring band that have sold more tickets than Dave Matthews. www.web.ebscohost.com. Last access July 5th, 2011. In June of 2008, band member Leroy Moore was involved in an ATV accident, landing him a long stay in the hospital. The band was in the beginning stages of their recent album, Big Whiskey and the Groove Rugs Key. This put a cancel on all July tour dates, and on August 18, 2008, Leroy Moore passed away unexpectedly in the hospital. The band decided to continue their tour in honor of Leroy. This year marks the 20th year touring anniversary. The band was going to take the year off, but decided to do something different. They decided on 4 multi-day caravan festivals, one in Atlantic City, Chicago, Governor's Island, and ending at the Gorge. We have learned a little more and been informed about Dave Matthews and the band. We discussed where he grew up, how he got his start in the music career, and the legend he has become today. When the concert was through and the crowd had cleared a bit, I made my journey back to camp. I stopped at the hill and looked down, still replaying the concert through my head, as I thought to myself, this day has changed my life forever. Dave Matthews may seem just like a band to some people, but to me, he's much deeper than that.